Some think that you should tear this team down and start a rebuild. But do you believe that this team can be retooled and become a team that gets to the Stanley Cup playoffs and contends?
Well, we got to make changes. The answer is, as we're currently constructed, no. We have to make some changes to our team, and how deep those changes will go, we'll have to determine that. It's easy to say, let's go and blow it up and get rid of everybody and start afresh. We have to, like I said, I think there's some really good pieces here. We've got to find a way to, continue to add core pieces to this team, but we got to find ways to make it a deeper team. It's one thing to look on paper and say we've got some depth, which I thought this year, but it's got to manifest itself to produce and make you a deeper team. So, where we changed and how deep we changed is probably going to be something we discuss over the course of the next few days. I guess the best way to put it, there's some holes that we failed to fill, and going forward we'll need to address. I think if you look at this season, it was marked by being consistently inconsistent. We never really got on that roll. Like you go through it, and the longest streak we put together was 3 games, but not just the result, but almost how we played. I think until the last 5 weeks, 6 weeks, even on nights when we didn't get the result, I thought our team game was in a much better place. We weren't giving up a whole bunch. We went through a stretch where we didn't score enough, but our team game and what we weren't leaving a lot on the table in terms of giving up a lot. And I think those are, that gives you an opportunity to be successful. But we just didn't get it done. And it starts with myself that you look at the team, and you go through it, parts some time we didn't score enough. So you look back, you brought in some people that I thought may be able to contribute to that. They didn't for different reasons. So those are all areas that we're gonna sit and evaluate over the course of the next couple of days here and look to address moving forward. Yeah, I mean, everybody knows there's an expansion draft coming up, and him and I have spoken about that. We'll keep that internal for now, but we'll make decisions like everybody else has to make. As far as Gio, he's been, in my mind, he's been the conscious of this team for a long time since I've been here. He sets the tone for the group on and off the ice. I've had the good fortune to be around good leaders in my career, and I put him up at the top of the list. But there is a business side of this, and we'll sit down as the group and make some decisions as we get closer to the expansion draft. Talking to Johnny is one of, there's all sorts of priorities, and I'd put it on the to-do list for sure, and just kind of get a sense of where everybody's at. Today is about, you sort of exhale, you meet with some players, try to get a little bit of feedback. We've got organizational meetings next week in terms of, Daryl and I need to sit down and spend some time going through some things. Since he's come here, we've been worrying about the next day and trying to win that game. So we got to sit down with everybody here, but I had a good talk with Johnny today, and, we have a real good relationship and have talked over time, and, he's expressed to me the desire to be here. And so we'll see where everything goes. At the end of the day, too, it's got to make sense for him. It's got to make sense for us. He's a terrific player. But certainly that's something that we'll have those discussions as the days and weeks go by here.